Okay, let's go. Let's go to my podcast, Master Your Emotion and Find Your Truth, number 31. And that beautiful number. So, usually, what I'm doing at the beginning, I'm just only bringing a little bit closer that number and I'm giving the analogy and just only kind of the messages from the angels, for the people who is listening us, and that kind of a things, because someone maybe is watching and they need that message. So here we go. 31 is number about having the power to attract anything. So if something is deeper, so if you're watching us, stay tuned at the end because we're going to talk about something deeper and something attractive or something, or maybe the law of the attraction. Who knows? Who knows? Let's go stay tuned. But anyway, the meaning of number 31, like you know, number three is a powerful number, it's a trinity number, it's an amazing number around the manifestation, creation. Go with the flow, don't hold, don't postpone, just only feel that emotion. And you've got the power, that number reminds you, that angels remind you, you've got the power to attract everything, you've got the power to reframe everything in your life, like everything. You've got a free will, soul will. So you need to go inside yourself and feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. So yeah, that's number one. Also is a number of the new beginning. So welcome, new beginning. That's definitely like that. By the way, so if you would like to draw to the numbers, just go and research. Do your own research. You've got that power. You've got that ability. So I'm inviting you, go online, or maybe you can find somebody who is really, really good at it, because we're not good at everything. It's impossible to be do that. We've got our own power and own gifts to share with the others. But definitely, yes, I'm inviting you go there. But today I've got a beautiful soul. How I couldn't find actually the word. Let me just only say the beautiful soul. And we tried so many times to record this podcast, but finally today, 26/06/2023 is the day. Is the day. So her name is Roma, and she's a beautiful consciousness coach and mentor, I would like to say. And definitely she's linked to the science and the spirituality, I would like to say, because I just only found about you this online. And you had a much more, I just only feeling drawn the quantum awareness. Am I right? Would you like to just introduce yourself a little bit? But anyway, welcome and I see you, Roma.
Absolutely. First of all, I appreciate Gabriela, you for who you're being for this world. And I appreciate this podcast, more of these kind of things, because there are so many people that start to remember who we really are. And I'm so excited about it. Yesterday, I spoke at one of the festivals here locally in Chicago, Illinois, and really seeing how many more people are intrigued and curious about their powers, about their,
Wow.
it's in amazing, Gabriela, and thank you to you as well, because as we are healing ourselves, we're allowing for them to grasp on this healing so much easier in the quantum field, because I'm not healing myself, I'm healing the quantum field. Everything you healing within you, you're healing in the quantum field, meaning people that are entangled with you, they can heal automatically without even being very consciously about it. Sooner or later, they will have to either flip or fall off your life. And people that you don't even know about, people that are ending up and co-create with you on daily basis. So again, a big appreciation for everyone that is listening, because you opening up your beautiful hearts, meaning you are able to question your own old beliefs and you are able to challenge yourself, meaning it's going to cost expansion. And if anyone expands, we all expand. Gabriela rises, I rise. I rise, we all rise. So I am here to celebrate all of us. We'll talk about everything and anything Gabriela gonna lead with. I will follow absolutely. I know we're all gonna get value here. Yet the biggest intention of today is pure, pure appreciation, acknowledgement, and celebration of beautiful hearts that keeps opening up and allows those beautiful minds, right, to tune in into way more into that beautiful information in our
Yeah.
quantum. So that's first of all. Second, thank you so much for doing a
No.
little research on me as well. I am multidimensional being. I don't love to say I am Roma Shimkute because I do not identify with the fictional character at all. My name is Roma, and I love to be called Roma. That's what my family gave me. And my father, I was named after my father, by the way. So they're both decided to go. I was supposed to be a they thought I'm a boy for forever, right? Doctors did a mistake. So it was actually father's name. And for a lot of Eastern Europeans, it sounds like a boy because
okay.
it's a man's name, yet in Lithuanian, it's a girl's name. So it's a different, there's a little flip. Love to support people to embody the knowledge that they either accumulate themselves and unlearn and learn, or even I get to support them as well with more knowledge to remembering. Yeah, what I noticed, Gabriela, like we are not really missing out on knowledge, right? A lot of people do know how to take care of their bodies, yet how many really do that? A lot of people do know how to come and talk to your loved one. Nice, right? How to come and compassionately support them, but yet how many do that? Because we're in our own triggers, we are in our own blind spots, you know. Even us as a, don't want to call it spiritual leaders, because we are all spiritual, even people that are not aware. And spiritual community, what do you mean? Like all the cosmos is only spirit. That's all what it is, right? So I will say new leadership, right? In a way, because it's through the heart, rather through your logic and reason and mind. So this new leadership, even us, when we're stepping into that, there are so many little blind spots that sometimes it's easier to preach and then you don't see yourself. Hence, I felt always called, although I love, again, to chit chat from our cosmic origins to, you know, about the reptilians in politics and who runs us, going into us, going into anything we want to go, yet no matter how much knowledge we have, no matter how much we know, if you're not able to embody, it doesn't do anything for you. So I've been called to walk through your process with you. And that is precisely what I do, quantum living lifestyle. I will gather, learn, unlearn, experience everything I get to. I call myself forward always, so I can strongly lead myself to constantly embody what I learn, to see what fits me, to walk to this trial and error, right? To try to apply 10 kind of rules and then see what really aligns with me. And then once I have a result, I can share with other. So that's what I've been up to, and I absolutely love it. It's not my work, it's not my business, it's my mission. There's no separate hats. I am as I am always, right? And I've been falling in love with all of it so much. I'm not going to say that in the hard moments, you know, and challenge. Absolutely. When I say I'm falling in love with it all, it doesn't mean it's easy all the time for me or anything like this. That absolutely has nothing to do with it. Yet the profound shifts that they are making, my tribe, in their families, they literally quantum healing. And what I mean by quantum healing, that's what I shared with you, right? When you fully heal yourself, you have no expectations on your family, on your boyfriend, on your lover, on your daughter. They literally just flip because they don't have a choice. That's how strong your energy is. That's how cleared it is, and it gets to overpower any little thingy that is nonsense within them, right? So it pushes the toxins out, and it's so much easier for them. So seeing them flipping it and actually them embodying it and feeling it and understanding it, it's like yesterday again in that event, I had a couple of my tribe being there, and they're already leading. They're already coaching their friends that are even coaches. And it's insanity how we keep standing on each other's shoulders. So that's basically about me and what I do, and what I am more so, right? I'm always called to support, again, not to help, because we're not helpless. Word help, that's one of the words that I will invite all of you not to use it. If I say Gabriela needs my help, needs, it's a very needy energy already. I'm putting you in a much survival. And then when I say help, meaning she is absolutely helpless. I am not seeing you as powerful. I'm already putting both of us in a field that we're going to have to fight harder and to work harder for your freedom. So hence when I see like you don't need, you get to have my support, meaning she can do it. It's easier. Like you said, not all of us going to do everything. We can do everything, but why do I need to? If somebody figured it out already and went through trials, why do I have to put myself through the hard? Right? You get and you go to support and you get their experience and you utilize it for your own alignment and see what fits you. You get to try everything on. Yeah, so that's my main thing. And again, love what you're being and what you're doing with this podcast as well. And we can go anywhere you would like to go. You can go into some words or again, whatever your audience feels like to you right now. Let's go there.
Yeah, thank you so much for the sharing. I would like to ask you the two questions. The one question is about your awakening time. When did you unravel, and when did you see, when your memory came back, who you are and who you truly are? And another question that would be around the words, but later on. Let's go maybe dive deep or maybe just a little bit. I don't know how much you would like to share with the audience, but sometimes the people didn't know, is that my awakening time or I'm getting crazy? I lost my mind. Doesn't make any sense. That's a common questions now with the people.
That comes with the territory, right? That feeling crazy for sure comes with the territory. So I always lived, I will use the word unorthodox life for Eastern European, for anyone really, as a woman as well. I did martial arts for a very long time, and I used to spar with like fighters, and I'm very tiny as well. I look very different than any fighter. I've always done things outside of the box. I was thrown out. I did this thrown out of my family, meaning now I understand I had a contract, right? So I kind of was shoved out totally to walk most of my life very much alone. And the fun thing, I will say that the awakening been happening, all of it, all the time, gradually. And the things that even what I did and what I finished physical therapy, yet I said, right, even then, I didn't comprehend consciously per se. Yet I decided I don't want to be a doctor because I right away said they will not let me to be a good doctor in the hospital. Like I knew that, right? So I got a license and my own business. And I ended up in people's magazines, and I'm like, all of my people lost huge. I mean, they lost 3 of them, and they sustained it, and I kept it off. And that's how I started getting invited into like speeches here or there. And I saw that I've never worked through this, right? I always was more of the psychologist than a personal trainer. And they all shifted their perception of who they are, and that's why they sustain it. So when the outside world start knocking on my door and asking how come my clients lose so much and sustain it, and they are not on diets, like none of them were on diets. They were on mental diets and energetical diets, yet not on a diet, and they didn't have to work out so much. We simply stacked all the bodies. That's actually, Gabriela, when I start asking myself questions, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing something more and I'm still not understanding. I'm like, well, there's more. So I'm like, okay, that's their perspective. And I will say that's around probably 10, 11 years ago that I got into perspective and start reading every book out there and listening everything out there. I did the silent camps myself, Ayurvedic camps myself, meditation camps myself. Like I just threw myself in all of it. And the very clear awakening, and it's still happening, I know that, the clear meaning where I'm like, it's 2 years, I'll say 2 years. Before the 2 years, were rabbit holes, right? Dark. I went dark. I went very solitude. I was hermiting hardcore. I wasn't really going out at all. Neither am right now, yet I'm enjoying it, right? At that moment, I was just going down the rabbit holes, like big time. Reading CIA documents came out, disclosure, I read all of them, right?
Wow.
I just went, I was like, okay, I knew, okay. And so now everything makes sense. My life makes sense. Every event makes sense. Every skill that I picked up, although I thought that that's some a suffering for like, why do I need it? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's
Get that.
true.
So that's why I didn't have precise like one day just aha. Most of the bigger aha moments where I did have a psychedelic in a way, visions without psychedelic drugs through the meditations. I found on the blog, I thought it's 30 minutes and it was 6 hours. I was crying and saw ego and saw like 3,000 people and faces in your room. It doesn't make sense. They can't fit here, but you see them clearly here. And they were in so much pain, and I telepathically saw and I heard them, you're here to transmute it, you're here to transmute it, you're here to transmute it, right? Like, so some of the visions as well gave me another deeper understanding of like, wow, I really don't see, I might be touching right now, right here, something, wow, like, another view of all these other worlds that we talk about, but really get a grasp of it. And still mentally, I usually don't. I think that's where a lot of us get stuck. Mentally, we try to understand stuff, and mentally, you can't, because here it's only the database that you collected from the past.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so you can't, if you want to create your new world, you will never create anything new from here.
Now you can create from your heart. Definitely, you need to go much more deeper inside you.
Yeah, and if you try to explain the experience like this through this, that's when you're gonna feel
You
crazy,
could.
feel lonely. That's when you're gonna be like, oh my God, what's happening? And it's okay even to have that moment. It's absolutely okay. Yet if you find yourself there, no, you feel crazy only because you don't have this kind of database in your head, and you're sitting in your head trying to figure out something that doesn't exist in here. It exists everywhere else where you're not looking, and it does not exist here where we're usually looking.
No.
So if you feel crazy, yeah, welcome to the better part of your life.
That's true. That's true. That's cool. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I would like to share my experience. That was like actually 15 years ago, 14 years ago, let's say maybe 12 years ago. I'm not really good at the maths, but maybe let's call say between 12 and 15 years ago. I remember myself, I was standing, I was just only dropping off my kids to the school. And then I was just only left that school. I was standing in the middle of the kind of the field. And actually I couldn't remember even if I had the eyes closed or open, but that was happened very suddenly. I just only felt I'm alone. No one is around me. I just only felt I'm in the space. Oh, I've got a goosebumps now everywhere. And that was happening, I don't know, it was a few minutes. And then I said, oh, I have to stamp my feet. I have to go back home again and do my work. And that was a crazy. And I thought I was losing my mind. But anyway, I just strongly believe I had that the encouragement inside me and that faith. The angels is around me and my spirit guide. Actually, that spirit guide, that's me, the higher version of myself in the future. But some of you watching us, whatever you're going to call, whatever is going to help you, call different name in the three-dimensional world. That could be any flower is guiding you, or that could be, I don't know, mouse guide, I don't know, whatever. Who's going to guide you doesn't matter, but you have to strong believe it. Wow, thank you so much. So that was awakening your time. And then what's really empowering you during that awakening time? What really just only gave you that support so you just only know it. You're not losing your mind and you're on the right time, on the right path.
I will tell you this. So for me, what always allows me to resiliently show up, no matter how crazy anything feels, is because I always felt way more crazier in the norm. I never felt like, so when even it's a chaos and unknown, I am actually more comfortable in unknown, because I was suffering like 2 years, I think, out of my life around. I say I think because I'm not sure so much. So yeah, around 2 years out of my life, I was deeply depressed. And I was working out. I was in shape. I was healthy. I was fasting like I always was, health nut. Yet I was so deeply depressed because I literally took and I fit in myself in how I was supposed to follow, right? I had a boyfriend, so we were supposed to get engaged. Everybody loved him, everybody loved me. That's what we did. I was supposed to get 9 to 5. That's what I did. Like, I did everything right. And I found myself actually in panic attacks, sleeping in the bathroom on the floor half year. Yeah, and it took me all back to my like childhood traumas. I had pretty interesting childhood, very interesting. We'll leave it at that, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, very, yeah. So heavy this chaos, we'll say that, and it brought me back. And it's so funny, right? How can I be inside such in chaos, like in my first traumas up to my 7 years old, when I am actually in my life the most put together? Like, I couldn't put it to those two. I was like, something is off. Because when I dropped physical therapy, like, even my mom was like, I love you because you always do whatever you want. So my, gave me always that freedom to really do. I didn't have too much like my family sitting on me. You're so nuts. You create, it's they already got used to me. Yet I put myself in that. I like literally like almost shoved myself in that to fit in. And I went to doctors and they prescribed me Prozac. I came home, I threw the Prozac out, and I'm sitting and I'm first time in my life. I don't understand what's happening. And then I was like, wait. That's the first year I haven't followed my heart, you know? So I think that was like one of the bigger ones, like, hence, no matter when I was uncomfortable and there was chaos, as long as it was created from my heart, I knew it's leading me always somewhere better. Because logically, I don't know if you have the same evidence, me in my entire life, my own evidence, when I look back, no matter how bad the situation felt for a moment, if I look forward a little bit, I always won. Suddenly you lost a job or you moved schools. Like, how good that I didn't go to be that doctor. Oh my God, thanks God. Like, amazing. How good that this guy left me. Oh my God. Like, your boyfriends that you always love, put them right now next to you and tell, and let's say universe says, okay, Gabriela, you have them all. You'll be like, no, please. So I know that I always didn't know something, and I know that I always didn't know what I didn't know, meaning I always had a huge trust in a way in the unknown and in the chaos. And chaos always is fertile. Only the chaos can birth something, right? Hence, again, when I am in chaos and I feel like resistant and I'm like, oh my God, everything is all over the place. I'm already getting frustrated. I don't know where you're at. Automatically, there is a knowing of, every time. And the more I am resisting, the longer I stay there, right? So the moment I'm like, wait, I remember, I don't need to know what's happening. I don't even need to know what's coming out of it. I get to trust and I get to take care of myself right now. I get to nurture and make sure my little Roma is safe. So I will say the not fitting in always was a drive, making sure that I keep creating my own path, making sure that I'm not living somebody's else vision. That's one thing that kept me like really going. I'm like, I'm in somebody else's vision. I'm suffering. I know that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
and
that's
yeah, and although your own might be scary because you never build it that way, right? Like, you get to build it, yet it always felt way more comfortable and in line, even in a chaos, than trying to fit in anywhere else. So I will say my unhinged soul always saved me because it just fit in anywhere I'm trying to fit in, it just fit me out.
Yeah, that's correct. You just only asked me, and you just only mentioned if I've got the same experience. All the experience you just only described it already. That you have been talking about me, and I was like, oh God, I figure out this. I've been overtraining myself. I'm a personal trainer. Anyway, I remember myself. I was just training like a crazy, and then one day I collapsed completely on the floor. I said, I couldn't move my body at all. And I said, oh, what I'm going to do? I was just only suppressing all the kind of the emotions from my trauma, from my childhood. I had a beautiful childhood trauma too. So, but we're not talking about the trauma, not today, maybe. So that was like a crazy stuff. And then when I allow myself, okay, fantastic, let's go. Let's go heal it, whatever it comes out. But anyway, 16 years old, when I had a 16 years old, I asked myself, inner self, just only unravel everything what I need to know. And then a few years later, she said, I don't know, she actually, the soul doesn't have any gender. But anyway, just decided, okay, let's go. Now you have to, now you're able to do it. And also I went to the doctor and the doctor prescribed me the prescription. But my beautiful partner said to me, no, you don't need that stuff. I'm just only blessed. I've got that beautiful soul close to me. So he said, no, you don't need to that. You can do it by your own. But anyway, thank you so much for sharing that information. That's amazing. How the words having a power when we are talking.
Absolutely. I love it. So
I love it too. That's why I choose only bro.
Something you said you were sharing and you said believe, you gotta believe or something like this. So first of all, let's go into the word believe. To use again words doesn't it are really neutral. It depends the intention put behind it and how you use it and the energy behind them, right? It's not about energy in general is neutral. It's the meaning that we put behind stuff. It's never what happened to you. First of all, it doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. Yet let's say it happened to you. It's never really what happened to you. It's the meaning that you put behind what happened to you. Because let's say divorce, for someone, it will be a very happy day because let's say a husband is trying to get out and already has another lady waiting. And for you, it might be a heartbreak that you can't pick yourself up ever and you never date again. So it's literally the meaning that you put behind. Some people are afraid of water. Like it's not about the water, right? It's all the limitations within. So all the limitations outside shows you where you're not free within. That's about it. And it's beautiful that we can read it. So through the language, you can read yourself as well. Through the language, you can read others, right? Let's say if you, Gabriela, got on the call right now with me and she would say, oh, hi, Roma. Listen, I tried to get a cup of coffee, before the call. Will I know that you got the cup of coffee, you have it, or you did not have time? What does your sentence gonna tell me? Hi, Roma, I tried to get a cup of coffee before the call. If you said word try, will you say that you have the coffee or you don't have a coffee? What do you say, Gabriela?
If you're asking me, you just only tried. You didn't do anything. You just only tried.
So how many times we're using, okay, I will try today to go to the gym. Okay, I'm trying, but I'm trying to shift. Trying because there is no past. Sure. Puts you always in the possibilities that you're already setting yourself up that it's not happening. The same word believe, precisely the same. So believe, core beliefs is one thing. When you use it, hey, what are your core beliefs versus I believe? Now let's say, Gabriela, do you have a sister or brother?
Actually, I grew up with my grandmother, so
what is your grandmother's name?
Oh, her name is Genoveva.
Genoveva?
Yes.
Love it. My grandma's name is Casimira, and it's my
wow, amazing.
Beautiful. So do you know that that's your grandma's name, or do you believe that that's your grandma's name?
I know my grandma's name. I know because I know.
So you mean when you say I believe, you say I doubt. Every time beautiful people say, I believe in me, you say, I doubt in me. I believe I can do it. I doubt I can do it, because that's literally energetical field behind it. That's the torus. Everything is toroidal fields, right? Even when we speak, the toroidal fields come out and they literally create matter, correct? Yeah. Versus, let's say, using word, right? Like, yay, I have so much freedom and I feel so abundant, right? Like, versus, today I have to do, I should, I'm supposed to, I must, I need.
Oh, no.
All of these words will keep you trapped. How many times by not even awareness? Because again, People are not even aware how much, because that's your mental. How many times you should yourself, Gabriela? Just mental conversations like, oh, I still should do this. Oh, I didn't do this. Oh, how am I going to get there? Right? How many times we should ourselves? How many times we should somebody else? What am I saying by you have to? I'm already putting you not in multidimensional worlds. I'm already cutting you off and myself. If I say I have to, meaning that's the only way this quantum world works, with hard work, and I have to.
Yeah, that's correct. And also I must. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have. It's not must and something like that. No, at all.
I need is one of the actually lowest frequencies. Anything you will need, because our energetical pendulum of universe is always moving, it will be everything you need, it will always resist, because the energy pendulum. So anytime you grab I need, it will try to get away from you. Hence, we see the dynamic, right? If a boy meets a girl, if the girl likes the boy more, that's the dynamic. She's running after him, and vice versa. It always happens. It's whatever we resist, it persists. Whatever we persist,
yeah, which is pushing away.
The same. Yeah. So all the have tos, all the shoulds, all the must, and again, the way we should and must other all the time, we keep ourselves entrapped. If you can take and say, I get to, even let's say in the rising, by the way, the word morning as well.
We're not. I know that. I know. That's how I love saying, I see you, I can hear you. Even I see you is not really proper word, saying to somebody, I see you. So definitely. Yeah, I know the morning, like it's just, I'm just only meeting sometimes the people unconsciously. I know they're just sleeping. They didn't know that meaning behind it. So I'm not repeating them, good morning. I'm just only saying to them, oh, I see you. Oh, I love you. Anyway, I love you. I'm just only sending to you much love, blessing. That's what I'm just only saying when I'm just only running outside or something and walking through.
I'll say greetings. Yeah, I'll say blessing.
Yeah.
Rising, I'll say hi, like hi, like whatever. So yeah,
good morning.
Our cell, every cell, like you are captain to your body, you're captain to your emotional body, to mental body, and spiritual body. Like you are the author. So anything you say, and especially again, if it aligns with your feeling, right? Like you say in a lack or fear, you think in it, and then you feel in it, like automatically you're manifesting it. That's not a question. This is an electric impulse that is sent out, and this is a magnetic heart that pulls it in. We are electromagnetic beings in this beautiful electromagnetic universe, right? Yeah. So words are so important, because again, it's not only what we say, the words we use for our mental conversation, and we always in mental conversation. 300% of the day, most of the people are in the conversation, and they're not even noticing what they're saying to themselves.
That's true. Yeah.
I have to, like they say, I have. That's not. And now when you say, I have to lose the weight, I have to take care of myself, I have to, what energy does it put behind? You feel trapped. When you feel trapped, you will never going to show up fully. You will never going to show up exuberantly. And guess what? That's already an excuse, because how can I show up fully if I don't even want it to show up and you expect me to show up? Like that's automatically a trap for yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, so many people know and have the knowledge of being healthy in their bodies, but they don't. And yet there is no wrong or right. So there is nobody's less, nobody's more. We all are beautifully priceless. We all matter. Wow, how much? Meaning you're just saying that you don't want the consequences, right? You don't have a freedom if your body is ill and you don't have vitality. You don't have a freedom to play with your grandkids. You don't have a freedom to play any sport, to travel, to camp, to hike, to do whatever, or even to feel sexy or good, right? Like, because it's not about the shape. It's how you're feeling. Beauty, it's not the way you look. It's how you feel that it's gonna tell us how you look, how you look. Because it's not really us deciding how you look, it's you deciding how you look.
Yeah, that's correct. I would like to just stop you for 1 second, just only add something. So that definition about the feeling inside you, that's how you're attracting, that's how you just only got that magnetism inside you, and everything is coming towards to you. You don't have to chase, just running. One. That's why you're using that word like you just only mentioned. There's only I need. Oh my goodness, where is this? Oh, I believe I've got this. And then saying, no, just go. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, beautifully put, Gabriela. Precisely. We are not in the consciousness of knowing, right? So we're not gonna call I'm not gonna call it just 5D, right? I trust everything is, I know everything is available right now for everyone. 13D is available, 14D is available.
Oh yeah,
So
I agree too with you. So I'm not just only waiting 5 dimension, the world will be changing, the people will be, it looks completely different, of course, if they decided for
yeah,
themselves, they choose. Okay,
exactly.
that's it.
So yeah, so everything is available to us. And in this new world, we're not anymore in a consumer's culture. What does that mean, consumer's culture? What did it give us? It literally gave us that everything comes from outside, meaning if my emotional body is off, well, he did it to me. He made me feel that way, right? If my mental body, it's like, did you see what my boss said about me? Like, look how much work they gave me. It's outside. If my body is ill, I go to get a pill. It's outside. If my somebody didn't validate me, I'm gonna run and buy a beautiful purse for me to validate myself. So we're so used to pointing fingers outside. Hence, again, it's okay. We didn't know any better, and it's beautiful because it got us where we need to be anyway. So it got us here, and thank you, survival. Thank you so much. We've learned so many heavy lessons. We've been stretched in every way. And I say enough. I say enough of survival. We get to strive. We get to come and live from the higher chakras now, not from the lower ones, and truly tune into what Gabriela just shared, meaning attracting everything. You don't need to get anywhere. You don't go to get happiness. You always come from happiness, and everything that is happy comes to you. All right. It's beautiful.
Because it's already here, because the quantum field is just only just lift it, it's opening your arm and then you grab it and say, okay, thank you.
And it's for, in my interpretation, it's actually more even inside. The void is inside of you. The cosmic universe is inside of you. The field is inside of you as well. It's not only around. So like going within, and there is depth right there. Right here is a huge, beautiful void with that velvety fabric of infinite potential of everything. So us really learning about ourselves, because again, not knowing yourself, you won't be able to shift. You will still feel like, and it feels like, I don't blame anybody that still has a shaming and blaming imprint, because we lived in it for so long, generations. So again, it's okay that it's scary. It's not your fault in any way. It's nobody's fault. It's not our parents' fault. It's not our grandparents' fault. They were giving it to them as well, meaning the only thing that is us is our responsibility to step out of it if you choose to. Yet blaming and shaming, there is no need, because guess what? The shame and the blame got us here and kept us here stuck to begin with. So the more we keep blaming ourselves, that it's hard for us to get out of it. Again, it just keeps us stuck. So I understand that it's, again, you were giving it to you in hypnosis state, basically. And it's so unquestionable for most people. It's like fish. If we never asked in the ocean, if the ocean is wet, it would not even, like, why? The only time
That's
when
true.
you take it out of the ocean, they're like, oh, it's wet. And again, you're not stupid by not questioning it. It's so natural to you, and none of it is natural, right? Our abilities to heal is natural. Our telepathy is natural. That's what's natural, not what we got used to up until now. Living till 2, 3, 400 years, natural, easy peasy. Attracting money with passion. Like, how everything has been inverted up until now. Everything in the universe, if you like see me, flip it, okay. It's everything inverted. So how can we even say, how can anybody believe even that, oh, you're not gonna make money from the passion that you have? Like, that's what we were preached all our lives. Why we even believed it? Why did you even, because it's not logical, meaning if I do something from passion, I don't feel like work, meaning I can work 12, 14 hours a day, and the consistency will always bring success, and you're not going to even feel like you're working. How can you say this will bring you money, go do something you hate, and this will not, without even anyone stepping into it, right? that's the thing. We were teaching each other our opinions, not the knowing. And now the knowing is here. We're in Aquarius age, as Gabriela is obviously aware as well. Call it golden, call it
Golden
Aquarius.
age. Well,
Yeah.
Aquarius age. Yeah, I know. But what I you can find your own name for this age. You can find actually I remember on the Instagram, when I was just only recording some I don't know, the live, some messages. Anyway, I've been called and I somebody left a message under you are the new you are promoting the new age religion or new way of religion. So how can actually so that was like what they've been saying, I'm promoting the new religion, but I wasn't promoting new religion. I was just only talking about the love. So they are just only, I don't know what they would mean, but anyway, we've got the different opinions, so I didn't agree. I'm just only allowing those kind of the humans just only express them fully. By the way, you've been talking a lots of beautiful stuff about the words, and another word that only came to me through your talking. That was the word abracadabra. So many people didn't know that, but when you're just only talking, you're just only manifesting straight away, and then you're just thinking, "Oh, what did stuff came to me? Why I'm experiencing this kind of a situation?" So, what you can say about that manifestation? How we can be aware manifesting something. See, I would like to say I didn't want, but actually it's appearing. Another word, how we be much more aware about those kind of the situation. Which one doesn't serve us? Actually, everything is serve us. You see, everything is connected.
Yeah. So awareness will not come from you just like having I had a realization. You know how many people have realizations,
Yeah,
and then the doesn't get implemented into your life. So I know people might and maybe not, there is a big spectrum of how everybody feels about the word discipline.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Beautiful beings, discipline is freedom. Because again, everything was inverted, and the way we were brought up, the things that are good for us were put in as it's a prison, right? The freedom means it's lazily laying around, yet it's all of it. It's all of it. The freedom is you being able to lay around at ease, not worrying that you are not doing something. Yet the same moment, the freedom is being able to be vital, to pick up and learn any skill you just realized you want to learn, right? Like, how many people can do that? How many people like, oh, I want to do that? The money, the health, the this, the time. So the freedom of you living in every moment the way you desire will only come from some kind of ritual, like ritual slash ceremony flow of your days, and a consistency. It has to be constant. So the easiest way to become aware, in my experience and most of my tribe, I don't like to call them clients, so I'll call them tribe. So most of my tribe showed it as evidence as well. It's showing up consistently, and everything gets to come out of you, meaning either it gets to be put out of your body in the journal, either you got to hear it out loud yourself and someone else gets to repeat it to you. So per se, like kind of coaching, mentoring, yourself, you can do that too, recording yourself and hearing, so it gets to come out of this body. When you keep thinking, you're not aware of any of it. When you keep thinking, it snowballs very easy. You will not, especially in the beginning when you don't have awareness mastered. So it has to be looked from a third angle, as a third party. You get to look at it as a third party, meaning, let me read what I just put in a week. Tomorrow, let me sit with it. And the other thing is, as the same goes with trigger healing, the best healing is in the moment of the triggers while you're living in it. And I will say, in my interpretation again, right? It's not an opinion, it's from the experience. Most of my tribe who has quantum leaped as well, it's no matter how they say, there's a saying, throw the backpack over the fence first and then climb. Like you don't have any image how it's supposed to look. You don't have any image. It's like, okay, the bad day when I feel, I'll journal just a little bit. The good day, like you don't have any image how long it's gonna take, how it looks, and you simply consistently show
Right.
up. No, and then you really start seeing yourself. So when you have of a month of the notes, through your cries, through your laughs, through all of your shares, the pattern, like you don't even need to reread it. Your pattern is very clear for you. And now, my darling, you can shift and manipulate this pattern to serve it, to align to your vision. And then when you see that there are blind spots, right? You simply go there and see what's the blind spot. Okay, in my pattern, right there, every day, if I don't do this, I mess it up all the time. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, what happens there? Oh, okay, so let's go there. And you're like, oh, it brings up this, oh my God, I'm still not worried, right? I'm still there. I was feeling about me like this. Now I see it, I see it, I see it. And then again, you might get to sit with it a little bit, right? And it depends how deep it is. The deeper the trigger, the deeper you will hold. Yet you will only you, because that's the power of you. There's nothing more powerful outside of you than you. Every information you're getting from outside, only you decide what it means to you. Only you decide how to manipulate. Only you declare what do you want from it, what do you don't want from it. Okay? So you get to see into your heart how easy or hard you want to make this process for yourself. Because again, if you're going to show up every day and you'll be like, it's hard to write this journal every day, it's going to be hard. Yes. And sometimes it takes a little bit, because you, Gabriela, were very much so as well. Like, first of all, everything happens in an energetical body, right? And then it trickles down. So your health, the same. If there's an illness, there's an emotional stagnancy somewhere. There's an energy that is toxic. There's something else. So you trying to fix this constantly, hence trying the word, because doctors don't have cure for anything. They just treat. Treatment meaning I'm putting a bandage on your symptom, and that's about it, right? Hence, take care of energetical bodies. Bodies are important in general, physical, because you can affect through physical body, your mental body, your emotional, and your spiritual. Through spiritual, all of the other three. That's why it's so fun. If you have tools for your physical body, right, to take care of yourself. 7, let's say I love the park, I love yoga, I love running, I love Muay Thai, and I love powerlifting, and I play tennis. Imagine if one day I don't feel doing this, I can do this. If I don't feel doing this, I can go for a park. I anyways gonna take care of my body. Now, let's say for your meditations and your being and your soul, right? That's your being. Meditation, light language, breath work, tapping, NLP. That's where the work, grounding, again, sitting in the park, hugging the tree. Like, there's so many. Precisely, if all these tools, right? Emotional bodies, shifting, trigger, like mindset shifting, sitting and going into inner child work. Wow, it's so fun. Once all these tools are in your pockets, you can flow the way you want to flow. Amen. And again, the words and this abracadabra, anything you speak, it shows up. Why I put such an emphasis on it? Because again, I know the programming is pretty deep. So the easiest for you to influence for you, all the 4 bodies right away, is through your language, and then adding through your meditation to align all your bodies. Then a little bit through your light language, right? Then right here through the journaling and some shadow work, a little right here, and then whatever physically. And that's when you making for yourself easier is setting up already and declaring. So maybe it will feel challenging, yet you keep declaring no matter what, because the only challenging parts and the doubts that they will come, notice where they're going to come from. They will come from your head. And we already know in the head, nothing is a fact. Nothing is a truth. It's a projection. Everyone that you met, everything that you heard, every movie that you watched, every trauma that you had, nothing in that head is yours.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Yeah. So, it's like, oh, challenging, yet I'm declaring with my, and I always know when I'm in my heaviest, I'm in the heaviest because even my soul says the conversation you're having, the story you're sharing to yourself right now, Roma, it's not true. That's why there is a gap. That's why there is suffering. That's why there is torture. Only when there is a gap between your character that you play and your true soul's purpose. That's
So,
it.
okay, so how you know that somebody's watching us and just hearing you think, okay, that story in my head is not my story. That's maybe my grandmother's story, or maybe my teacher, or maybe somebody on the street. I just only pipe, and I was a baby, so lots of aunties was looking at me and just gathering and just only smiling, and they had a thought and they projecting their own thought. Anyway, that's a lots of stuff. So how I know it's not my story, how I can recognize.
What are your results? Do you absolutely love your body when you look in the mirror? Do you joyfully take care of it? Do you do the spas? Do you do the baths? Do you move your body daily? Do you work out, right? Like movement. It could be just a little dance in a flow. Yet let me know if your energy is exuberant and easy when you think and feel about your body. That's your result. Results is the best coach. You will know the story you have. Look at your body and you're going to tell your story, how it looks, how it feels, how you feel in it. Your finances. Are you absolutely happy and you're like, love it? If not, you have a story that is not yours.
That's so easy to recognize.
It's so easy. Your relationships. Do you feel supported and heard the way you want to feel supported or heard? No, they did it to you. Well, you have a story. As easy as this. Results is our best coach. Because that's one more thing I will share with everyone, and I trust that will support you immensely. The moment you start judging yourself, I know how for people it feels when the coach comes on, or we're doing shadow work, or the triggers are right, like they're so uncomfortable with taking the responsibility that it's their own projection as well, right? Because Gabriela, let's say if you know you're in shape, and now I'm gonna sit here and shame you that you're not in shape, you're gonna laugh inside. You're not gonna say anything, but you're not gonna feel like to defend it. You're not gonna take it on you. Everything you take on someone and it's a trigger, you're only saying that, yes, whatever he said resonates with me. That's what you're saying. Yes, whatever she said, I believe it. That's why I'm suffering here. Hence, to take this responsibility, allow to understand again that all the programming is not yours, is imprinted in shame and guilt, and meaning the results that you have, if you don't like them so much, hey, what a gift to know that you didn't do all your maximum potential. Meaning, if you can correct me with something, Gabriela, I will infinitely be grateful for you. Because what does it mean for Roma? It means more infinite possibilities. Because if I say right now, don't, no, I'm right, he's wrong, no, you're wrong, I am right, no, I did everything, I know everything, this is it, meaning every result you have around you right now, the way your house looks, the way your kids talk to you, the way your body is, your health, you'll find everything, how much you travel, how you feel, is maximum potential. That's what you're saying. To hang on to this maximum potential, and you don't. So don't push and scream and kick when someone is supporting you, because they're supporting you to begin with because they see you that you can, because they see you powerful, because they see your beauty, because they see the magic in you. And we know that the magic within, it will unfold outside, because the outside world is only a reflection of your inner world. That's about it. So how do you know that you have stories that doesn't serve you? How do you know that you're not living your own fully path or purpose or life? Ask yourself in all of these, your business, your career, your mission, your projects, your creativity, are you absolutely exuberant? You wake up, right? You're like, oh, yay, I get to do that. Are you absolutely still in love with your husbands, with your kids, with you taking care of them? Are you loving your body? Are you loving the way you share, the way you're being? And you're going to know that there is more for you. And it's so cool to understand where you're not seeing your blind spot. Meaning, if you take that blind spot, you don't need to add more. You don't need to learn more. It's not a self-development courses. It's transformation, meaning the caterpillar If I put Caterpillar in my room right now, it's going to take 2 days for him to cross the room. Yet after the transformation, the butterfly that comes out of caterpillar crosses ocean. Was it possible for this caterpillar to cross the ocean? No. So meaning that's where you're going. It's not to add on. It's only to take the blind spot off and see that you are already it. You already to the ocean. That's about it. So anytime you're challenged, and even within yourself, thank you that you're like everyone who never is listening, and Gabriela as well, for us, I'm celebrating me and I'm celebrating you, and we keep challenging our old beliefs. You think it's comfortable for us to challenge our? Of course not. Yet again, I always felt it is more comfortable for me to make my own path, and that's why it's sometimes not comfortable, because I am still going through the jungles. There's no path for me. I am making it. I am declaring what's my destiny, versus being stuck in. And the same, I rather go through uncomfortable minute. Like they say, there's no stupid questions, right? The
No,
person that asked the question may feel silly, stupid for a second. Person that doesn't ask might feel stupid for the rest of their lives, right? So if you're telling me I'm missing something, I'm not seeing something, I will jump and celebrate, because now I know that all of my results around me gonna level up automatically because I that blind spot.
Yeah,
So
that's correct.
yeah, look at your results, best coach. And if you don't like something, go in there and see what's not working.
Yeah, that's true. I would like to share that also the analogy. Actually, that's the experience this morning. Actually, I was in the afternoon. Let's say, because I was afternoon. I trained in the morning. Yeah. So that was like afternoon. So I went to the garden and I had a really, really dry plants. That was a kind of the roses. I could actually remember. Okay, doesn't matter what the name of the plant was, but that was the flower at the beginning. Maybe that was 2 months ago, and they gone completely. That was 7 of them, and they leave the leaves is completely dry. And I would like to tell everyone, through that time, 2 months, I was just only going every day. I was just only watering them. I was saying the beautiful words. I was saying, you are beautiful, you are powerful, or I love you, please evolve, please grow. And I was constantly doing that stuff in the morning, in the afternoon, whatever. I just only feel it, that stuff. And today, I just only went to that garden and just only spontaneously, and just only was watering them again. And from the 7 of the plant, just only one started getting green. If anyone would like to see the results, please go on my Instagram live and you can see that definitely is over there. I was just only recording. I just only showed that story. So when you're watering each day, like you just only say, Roma, consistency, and that ritual, that power inside you, which one is guiding you, then you can see the results at the end, but it's not over the night.
And again, the shift will happen fast. You don't have to know when and how, because the consistency, the more focused you are with all of your body. So let's say if I'm on a treadmill and I am physically walking on it, yet emotionally, I am like, it's going to take me so long, right? And then mentally, I'm like, how many minutes left? How many minutes left? How many minutes left? Like, yes, I will need to go to the gym 9 months, 5 days a week, 2 hours, get on a diet as well, and all the stuff. Yet if I have all of my bodies 3 times a week, 30 minutes, no diets, nurturing my own, I eat well already, right? And I will have the same results and sustainable. And it's easy for me to walk into there. So it's about all of your bodies being, so like Gabriela, because you were there physically pouring water, emotionally nurturing with love, mentally to them, hence tuk, 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 it's gonna come in, right? So support yourself to do it more impact if your bodies are for all of them fully aligned. That's amazing. And what she just shared, Gabriela, it's scientifically proven. Hence why I liked, because when I saw through the speech, right, through my psychology per se, what I was doing with my personal training clients, I was like, oh, it's not about lifting the weight per se so much, right? And again, it was not easy for me as a personal trainer because I went in as nuts, and again, avoiding as well, because I was a doer all my life. Like if anything happened, I want to do things.
Yeah,
I got busy. yeah, so I had to step back as well to see it, right? Like, oh, where is my emotional body? Where is my mental body? And all this stuff. It's scientifically proven. Obviously, that's how everything works. Again, the normal things that we are used to up until now, they're not natural. All these supernatural things that we think they're supernatural are natural.
Yeah.
So start having this opening, I say, for all of us as well, because it will be easier to grasp on these amazing gifts, right? And talents that we have that for some till now seems like, cuckoo for coconuts, like, what, they're
Yeah.
cuckoo. What do
Yeah.
you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? And I have evidence daily every day, and I bet you do. So yeah, amazing where we at, amazing what's happening. I am super excited that I'm in this lifetime. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that's true. But I would like to just only add no attachments, no expectation at all. Because then I was just only watering, I was just only talking, and I was in that flow. So I wish everyone be in that flow. Just leave that expectation, forget it. Just only
Because the only thing you will do with expectation, you will actually gonna put a limit on you. That's the only thing expectation gonna give you. Because remember, expectation will always come from an old 3D experience, and that's not what you're creating right now. You're absolutely in a very different level of co-creation. So anything from here is gonna be less of your like, oh my goal. It's going to be more of until here and nothing else can happen. Maybe the highest timeline is right outside your expectation, right? So anything from here, old database. If you want to create the same results as you have right now, go here. If you want something new, here. And here, we'll know in every minute if you do this or that, if you be this or that, and that's all it needs. Doesn't get to know anything past that.
that's true. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, that's definitely. But also, yeah, you've got a free will. You can choose, like you said. Go in your head, just create from your head, create it from your heart. It's up to you. But don't say anything after about your results because that's your wishes.
It's again, there's no wrong or right, absolutely, and I will respect everybody's world, whatever this world is for
Mm-hmm.
them. I see it and I love it for them all the time. um I will always create my own world. The only thing, again, it's from my own experience, right? The world that was given to us, yeah, has nothing to do with my sovereign ways of living, with my being free spirit and really leaning into the leadership that I desire to lean into, right? So for me per se, I will respect everybody's, and I will say it's actually more so beautiful that we all create our own worlds and we come together as a whole. I am whole, Gabriela is whole, and we're sharing. And we're having fun. Nobody needs to fill anybody in. Nobody needs to complete each other. Like, we're complete, we're whole and complete. So yeah, create anywhere world you desire. The only thing is, a lot of us out there are the evidence that it doesn't have to be so hard, and you don't have to live in suffering, and you don't have to live in a fight of light. Your bodies don't heal. Our people's bodies have not healed forever, because most of people live in a fight or flight every day. If it's not emotional, it's financial, it's mental, it's physical. Hence, their bodies are not healthy and have to fight so hard. So what we are saying, we love you and respect you wherever you at, and there's no wrong or right. Yet we want you to know that there is easier way to be.
Okay, so that's what you said. So how they can know or what they can go and find the help?
What do you mean?
I
Elaborate.
mean, if somebody is like in the feeling the trap in their body, they would like to change the body, mind, body, spirit, soul. They've got that limiting self-beliefs inside them. And they're really aware, they really knew they would like to change something, but they don't know where they have to go and where they have to start as a completely
Yeah. So first of all, I will say that again, in my interpretation, we all are guided. where, like, let's say some people are already gonna come up out of this video, so it could be, if you're so ready, it could be a sign to check in with Gabriela if she's leading, to check in with me, right? I have actually Tuesday, tomorrow, an amazing masterclass that is like 90 minutes, and it's into me. So into me, I see. So it's intimacy with myself, because intimacy with anyone reflects intimacy with yourself. That's it. If your relationships are a little off and you feel it and like you're not seen and heard, jump into the class. It's amazing. It's into me, I see. So first of all, take full responsibility. You will be guided to the books, right? Start researching. You asking questions already. It's amazing. You already started. Like where, Gabriela, you said, like, if you are there, like, oh, I'm aware, I'm this, you already started. Don't even worry how to start. Listen in the now. So, oh, you watched one video. If you, again, you feel called to check out Gabriela, Roma, maybe to watch another video, and then find somebody else that you'll grab on and get entangled in the way, right? To follow that path. So listen to your hearts. You will always be guided. You have support 24/7. You matter. You are always loved unconditionally. So allow yourself to feel it. Like if anybody is, and reach out for support. Really, like that's one of the things, because people are afraid to reach out for support. Like it's so easy for all of us to ask, where did you do your hair? Well, who did your nails?
Yeah,
Where?
correct.
Yet how many of us will be like, hey, I know we look nice and everything, but we haven't slept in the same bedroom for the last 6 months with my hubby. Very few gonna open up to their friends, even that. And it's insane to me, because what kind of relationships are those then? Like if I only talk about the weather and my nails with you, are we really friends? Or if I talk about, I don't sleep with a hubby, and then you come in with like, it's his fault. These men, they're so again, we're keeping each other in a victimhood mode, and we're never growing. All right. So reaching out for support. There's plenty of consultations. I know some people, I don't do like free consultations or anything like this. I do 1 hour coaching. You can jump on and get maximum value right away. So listen to your heart and your resonance. You will always be shown your next step. And when you don't know, meaning if you're going to get frustrated, you will not no longer, because you need to know. When you don't know, you say to yourself, I don't know, and I don't know, and I don't know what I don't know. I don't care how it looks like. Show up whatever comes next. Whatever comes next, I will show up. So if it's a video for me to fully watch till the end, I will watch it. If it's the journal, I feel like journal, but I don't really want to journal, but I feel a calling to, I will sit down and actually journal, right? Like I don't know what's gonna come out of it. Like I don't care. So yeah, again, you will be guided, and don't be afraid to reach out for support. When everybody opens up, that's the funny thing. Everybody feels the same way, yet from outside they all think that they only the ones that feel the same way. I laugh all the time. My group, they share every rising and every evening their journals, their shadow works. They check in body, being, balanced, business. They have every day their ways of being, right? They declare, the manifestations are there. And it's so funny, like if they will judge for a second themselves,
True.
judge the other the same, but they pointing at each other like they're looking up to this person. And it's so funny, they're all looking up to each other and they all feel exactly the same. And it's because we've been again in shame and guilt to share our uniqueness, to share our feelings, to share how we want to express ourselves, even, right? Like express how you are, whatever. So we've been fitted in for quite a while. So that's the funny thing. If you think that you are the worst of everyone, trust 99% in the group that you're going to join, people going to think the same way and they're going to feel the same way. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. And also, I would like to just only add, because you just only said if you don't feel it, just only writing, you can draw. You don't have to write. Just only give that scribble. Just give that imagination, and just trust the process. And if you're not really good at writing in your own words, like a story, poem, you don't have to. Just only scribble. Just only drawing and that kind of things.
Yeah. Sorry for interrupting you. That's actually called intuitive writing. So you write anything. A lot of times, actually, sometimes it's I know when you're never written journals, you might get stuck because you're gonna go in the head what to write all the time. Yet it's so beautiful because you start even speaking to others very differently when you start intuitively writing, meaning write what comes. So I had plenty of years that I had, right? Like months in the first weeks, I'm like, the first sentences are, okay, so I have no freaking idea what to write. I woke up today so much earlier. What to write now? And then suddenly, tuk, it comes. And you have no idea the things come. Memories come from different lifetimes, childhood, everything gonna come up. Trauma, like literally, it bursts. That calls again, no expectation, no, you just writing. So if you like to go into meditation, right? Like go into 5-minute meditation, go into 20-minute meditation, inner child Zen, and sit down and just whatever comes up. That's what you want to write. It's not about thinking to write a poem. It's not thinking about, you want to write what is unsaid. So you can't put it through with your head, through your head. It comes from here. And that's where the biggest healing starts. Why? Because suddenly you heard yourself. And your nervous, for the first, yes, for the first time, your nervous system relaxed. And you're going to right away feel the opening. And usually that's why people, right? Like if you have cleared up your field, I have cleared up a field, their nervous system going to feel very comfortable in my presence per se, right? So they automatically relax and they start feeling very open, and they will share things that they don't share. And the fun thing is, I don't even care about what they share, yet I already know and I already see their expansion, because the moment they open up and nervous system relax, then unconditional love comes in, and unconditional love is always expansive. When it expands, it pushes out density, and it automatically starts healing you. And when they walk out, if they can stay in that nervous system layer or the calmness, you keep healing. So nervous system will declare how much we all heal, no matter how much we have knowledge. Again.
I would like to add something. By the way, that actually, I was thinking, oh, maybe I'm going to finish, but now just different messages coming. Anyway, so I would like to just only add, because you just only said about this healing energy, about this beautiful, beautiful energy, which one we shared with somebody. Because when they're going away from us, from that, from let's go say from us, from you, when that human going away from you, they're going to carry in the aura, the old bioenergetic field, that healing energy, and they're spreading that energy, and that's a contagious. That's a beautiful things about it is we can just only spreading that energy, another human, another one. So that's how we are just only helping. We're supporting each other to awake process and the healing process.
Because the ripple is always bigger than the thing that made the ripple. You've seen the stone into the water, right? So the stone plop, like a little dot in the middle. And the first ripple is bigger, the second even bigger, the third. That's precisely how, per se, the wave and that pulse of our life source energy works here. So our ripples, baby girl, is enormous. If we think like we're doing a lot, like it's beyond our imagination. Hence, again, celebration and congratulations to every heart, including the ones that don't see this, yet they're opening their hearts. Thank you. Priceless. We're all priceless. We matter so much, every one of us.
Yeah, that's Ho'oponopono, but the Ho'oponopono technique just only came to me from somewhere. Definitely, we know where does that come from. So I forgive you. I set you free. I love you. And then here you go. You've got this. So everyone who are thinking they've got something inside them, actually you've got inside yourself. So begin from yourself. I forgive you. I love you. I set you free. And that's why I'm using this technique lots of time when during my session when the people just coming. We're doing much more, definitely. We're just only setting the fire. Anyway, that's a good. Is there anything you would like to add and say to the audience?
Besides that, I trust that you will take value and actually step into some kind of experience, even with the smallest little thing today you heard. So that would be my biggest invitation. Like absolutely get excited about what you heard. Yeah. Like, feel into the energy, yet step in, because it will ripple into your body. You will feel it. You will feel a physical shift. You will feel how you showed up for yourself. And here you go. You already collected evidence, right? That you are all in, that you are the priority. Hence, people are going to start coming towards you and co-creating with you that prioritize you, that are committed as well, right? The bosses, the partners, or whatever you do for work, right, will see you that way as well. Yes, my biggest invitation is to step into some kind of inspired action today, even if it feels a little stretch, because a stretch is always expansion, right? Expensive means expansive. You want to experience expensive life, be expansive. That's about it. Right? That body, yes, expensive things, expensive experience is going to come because it's all expansive. And last not least yet, everything I'm sharing, or Gabriela is sharing, it is not per se, I'll speak for myself, because it is not my information. It has not, like, oh, Roma came up with all of it. And you're not sharing new religion. Everything's been there for eons and ages. It's actually so old. It's actually so ancient, right? And everything is in a quantum field. What we're doing, we're remembering, and we're resurfacing it for you to grab onto and remember. So it's not ours. Every single possibility that other has, you have. The access to all this information you have, the access to your own power you have, it's right here under your fingers. Like, it's right there in your heart. Like, the thing that you've been always looking for and you don't know what that is. And that's why you keep having these goals and knocking them out. And then it's another goal because it's still not enough. It's that eases right there. And you don't need to look up to anyone, to look down to anything. Again, you are as powerful as anyone on this earth. So thank you for being open and taking in that quantum information and quantum possibility. Because right now, guess what? Everyone that listens, everyone that will step in or not stepping into any kind of action, everyone that had any ripple from our energy is, again, like you said, already a ripple for others, and you are already a possible. Maybe you will share the video with somebody that gets to hear it. Maybe you will share some supportive words with someone that you got realization from this, right? Like, whatever that is, you are becoming such a strong and powerful possibility for your freedom, for being like I am, a possibility for being an amazing daughter. I am possibility for being a loyal, supportive, nurture wife, right? I am possibility for being a friend, and to show how real friendships can happen that we haven't seen before yet. That's what I'm possibility for. So ask yourself, who are you possibility for today?
That's amazing. Can you tell us a little bit, that maybe in the 2 words, or if you would like to share, of course, what helped you come over the challenging time in your life and the hard time? And then where can people find you?
Okay.
I know.
I will say resilience.
Okay.
Have and I will tell you how I got so resilient. I don't see failure as a failure. I never saw it. For me, it's a trial and experience and error, and I love the errors, because errors are not really errors. Errors is just another possibility into a different dimension. Error for me is like when I feel all pressed, like from all the sides and really heavy somewhere. I know that there is something that I don't see. It's a door that is leading me to a possibility that is much per se higher level. The language sometimes doesn't allow you to express fully at higher level.
Limiting us.
Anytime and a very heavy time, again, I know that it's a disguise, and there is a possibility that I can't even imagine yet. I don't see it yet. And then I say, I know, I trust myself, I will see it. Because again, remember, like even you shared, everything that happened into your life was supposed to happen, because somehow at the end of the end, even if you thought you lost your best job ever, even if you thought you lost your best girlfriend, and then the best man left you, right? at the end you were like, wow, so good that it happened because I ended up there. I met him. Oh my God, this would never show up in my life. So that trust that you are supported. And again, resilience for you, it will start being easier and easier to handle, to manipulate, to flow through these heavy, 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 dense days. If you simply take it as it's not failure, it's a part of time and it's showing me something, right? The resilience will start coming in if you can be comfortable in uncomfortable situation. So just turn on your crazy and be like, I'm going to be crazy and I'm going to be comfortable in this uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Where the people can find you?
Yeah. So I do have YouTube as well. I love your podcast. I don't do podcasts. There's some coaching there. There's actually a good couple of videos with one of my tribe members. We talk about words and we talk about masks. And because she's sharing how it happened for her, it's a
Okay,
good
experience.
good to watch. So I have like there are 26 videos of Lee and my coaching. She always shares from her perspective how her husband flipped, how her things. And
Wow.
she actually recently watched one of her videos, and the video is a year ago. And she told me, "Oh, my language triggered me so much." She's like,
Oh,
"Rom, I am so far go like." So even then, there she's already like much, more in tune
yeah.
who she is. Yet now it's even another story. Yet these are very good, I say, because she's actually sharing how she felt, how she adopted it all. So YouTube is
Yeah.
either quantum living lifestyle. Instagram is one of the better ones. Telegram I don't share my stuff much. I share some. Yet what I do on Telegram, I share a lot of research videos. So let's say from you don't need to pay taxes to cosmic origins to explaining Pallades and so you have these videos there for you to look and to discern and decide what you want to watch or not. So people don't hear it only from me. Hence, again, I'm showing everyone. I didn't come up with it. Like even religions, right? They have that information. Who knows how to read it? Right? It's a good saying. It's a double-edged sword,
Yeah.
right? Sword. So it can imprison you, like everything. Knowledge can imprison you. So Bible can imprison you, or actually empower you, and everything that way. It's a spectrum of what your consciousness has a spectrum.
Yeah.
The consciousness, the less of the message you will get. That's about it. So
Yeah.
Telegram
Correct.
searches, you might even like it. Like I throw some crazy videos out there, like out there. It's fun. That these are all the rabbit holes videos. And yeah, Instagram, Facebook, obviously. And I appreciate you, Gabriela, so
Oh,
much.
thank you.
And I really enjoyed this flow. I enjoyed your energy very much. Again, finally, we got on it. It was meant today, I guess. It was meant to go the way it went. And kudos. I love connecting with new, beautiful beings and multidimensional, powerful leaders like yourself. As I said, I've been a little bit more solitude up until now, and probably the last months. I'm very open to start collaborating, to start talking to everyone,
Oh,
and
wow. Amazing.
yeah, and creating whatever. For me, the last 2 years was very much focused on after my crazy awakening, the 2 years before, right? I what I wanted to see results from my clients. So I didn't do marketing, I didn't send out emails, I did nothing yet, only like this nice chunk of group, right? I did seminars here or there. And I have my beautiful blueprint of exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing. I know now because we got the results that we wanted, all of us, and that was my focus. So now I'm very comfortable to share about anything because I was only in my process, right? I wasn't again marketing, I wasn't even sharing it much. And now I'm like, okay, let's start communicating and let's start co-creating. And so anytime, Gabriela, we want to do something together, I'm very open because I absolutely love your energy.
I open too. That's because we just only touch, even we didn't touch surface, to be honest. We just only smoothly, just like a butterfly, just only
Yeah.
flew away and just come back, and that's it. but it's much more deeper. It's much more deeper information behind it. I would like to say thank you so much for accepting my invitation. And your energy is so crazy, like you are crazy, but you know what I mean, the craziness. That's amazing. That's amazing stuff. Yeah. So yeah.
Everywhere. Like that's what I was on. I push limits everywhere, and you can feel it in my energy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Limit solitude, I'll push limit to the being out there, I'll push limit everywhere.
Yes, definitely. So if anyone watching us, if you would like to hear anything and maybe you're interested about a different topic, different subject, or you got something inside you, just leave the comments below. And also I'm going put your all social media links below after the video when I've just only published. So definitely, yes, let's go stay tuned. And thank you so much for coming here.
Blessings, 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 everyone.
Thank you.